everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. Just going to get set here and I'm going to show you a card that I'm going to make using the Forever Fern stamp set. So I just want to make sure that I can see everybody. There's my noise here. Yep, alright, great. Okay, so this is a card that uses, as I said, the Forever Fern. And what it does, I'm not going to actually show you the card, the sample that I have until I have done. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, I just love the combination of colors. So we're going to use Pretty Peacock and Just Jade. Just Jade is one of the new in colors that came out in the annual catalog. Alright, so let's get started. Back to one side. So I'm going to use Pretty Peacock as my card base. So I'm going to cut that to be 5.5 by 8.5. So that's half of 8.5 by 11. Wait, oops. Gotta wait. Okay, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. So this will make my card base. So then the Just Jade I'm going to cut to be, this is a little bit, 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. And so I will post these measurements after I'm finished, so that you can recreate this if you want to. So this again was 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to cut a piece of Whisper White that is 5 inches by 3 3/4. Okay. And then the last piece we're going to cut is a 3.5 inch square, and again this one from Whisper White. That's all my cutting for this. Cut her away. So on the 3.5, I'm going to set the other pieces aside because we're not going to need those right away. And I'm going to bring in my two ink pads. Actually, I'm going to use Memento, Tuxedo Black Memento as well. So on your 3.5 inch square, what you're going to do is you're going to stamp some of the images. Now I've chosen some of the leaves, 2 of the leaves. I just love this. I don't know what kind of leaf that is that makes those kind of round. They look like round balls, but anyway. And then I've got the splatter stamp as well. So we're going to stamp these using Just Jade, Pretty Peacock. So I'm going to stamp this. Oh, wrong one. That wasn't clever. I put the ink in the wrong one, so let me just clean that off. That's good. I wanted to actually stamp that leaf in Just Jade, so we'll just clean this off. And start again. Oh, I hadn't stamped it. Okay, so we're going to stamp this leaf in Just Jade. And I'm going to stamp it kind of at the bottom and off the card like that. And I'm going to do another one that is over here. Doesn't matter if they're even. Not a pretty color. Oh, it's so pretty. Now I'm going to use this just Pretty Peacock for this one. And I'm going to, where am I going to put this? I'm going to have it coming in kind of like this, I think. Another one there. Alright, now I've chosen a small hello, the hello stamp for the sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that in the Tuxedo Black Memento. So just make sure I'm lined up. roughly in the middle of the card. Cover that up again. So then I'm going to take some, I think I'm going to do it in the Just Jade, but I'm going to stamp off. So this is the little splotches. So I'm going to stamp, but I'm going to stamp off so that these are quite light in behind. Don't want too much of the darker. This is quite dark already. But one more, and then I think that's it. Okay, that's it. All right, so the next part is, this is going to be a frame card. I didn't tell you that at the beginning. Let's cover these up so I can get fingers in them, put this off to the side. So what you're going to do with your 3.5-inch square is, I've taken two of this. These are the layering square dies, and both of these are the scallop. So I've taken one, this one is the, I don't know what the inside measurement, but the outside measurement is a 3-inch square. So what you're going to do is take the large one, and I'll bring my big shot over in a minute and show you, but so this is going to go there, and then the smaller square that I've chosen is a 2.25-inch square, and you're gonna cut out the middle part. So you're gonna end up with a frame. So let me bring my big shot over and show you what this looks like. It won't jiggle the table too much. I'm gonna stand up to do this, just because it might be easier to see. Hopefully it's not too close. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Let me bring it like this. Maybe you can see that the right way. So you're going to line up just roughly evenly, put this in the middle of the card. That's the large square. And then you're going to take the small square and put it on the inside like that. And you're going to cut this out. So you're going to cut a frame out from this. Run that through the big shot, and then you can take that off of there. Let me get my big shot out of the way. Okay. Did you guys hear that the new stamp and cut and emboss machines will be coming out as of September 1st? I am so excited to be able to get mine. The mini, unfortunately, won't be available right away. Maybe by the end of the year, but we're still waiting to hear. But the new one will be available for customers to order as of September 1st. Okay, so you can see now I've cut a frame out of the center of this. What we're going to do is, if I can find, pull these out, there they are. Okay, so what we're going to do is start adhering this down. Let's see who's online with me. Not sure why. There we go. Okay, so we're going to just fold this. And bring out my bone folder. So then this will layer like this. So you can start to layer it down. And bring out my stamp and seal. So you're going to layer the Whisper White, the large piece of Whisper White that you cut, onto the Just Jade. And there is just a little bit. It will be probably, I guess that's about a 1/16 of an inch showing. So it's not a lot of Just Jade will show around that. So then you're going to take this piece that you cut. Make sure you get it going. Make sure I get it going the right way. Let's do that. There we go. So it gets cut like this. So you're going to adhere this down also with your stamp and seal. I'm not going to put a lot on. I'm just going to put it on the edges. Get my silicone mat out and use that too. Maybe that's a good idea, so I don't get my adhesive all over my grid paper. Alright. Now, again, I'm going to get my, I'm going the That's right. Okay, so now we're going to just adhere this. Now it can go roughly even on both sides and at the top. And you're just going to adhere that down. So for this piece, what you're going to do is use your foam adhesive strips. So like you would use these on a shaker card, you're just going to cut the strips so that they fit onto this frame that you've made, and this will pop this frame up. So that one goes there. See if I can cut this without. You don't have to be so fussy as you would on a shaker card where you don't want your sequence or whatever you're putting inside to fall out. For this one, really it's just to pop up the frame. So, alright, so I have that one. I like the backing. So again, make sure you get your frame going the right way, and you're just going to adhere that down like that. Now the centerpiece of this that has your sentiment is going to fit in the middle. So what you want to do is put some adhesive on the Stamp and Seal on the back, and just gently push this in so that it's inside of your frame, and press it down. Alright, so I'm going to put one more, so this will go on like this, so this will be the card, like this. So what I want to do is I'm just going to take another stamp that says you can do this. I don't have the backing on this one, but that's okay. And I'm going to stamp that in Memento before I adhere it down. Let's make sure I've got this going the right way, not upside down. No. Right way. All right, but what I want to do is make sure I get this lined up so I can get it. I always use my grid paper and the lines to, there we go, to get a sense of how even it's going to be. And then you can also use your grid paper to line up your card so that it's pretty even when you're trying to stamp. You can just adhere this piece to your card base. So I've discovered a bit of a trick. The Stamp and Seal, like I said, it's brand new. I love it, absolutely love it. It is stickier than snail, so works really well. What you do have to, I find, you have to remember to hold it at quite an angle. As opposed, I was holding it too flat when I got started with it, and so you do hold it quite at a steeper angle and run it along, and it just comes off the roll so nicely. Alright, so then that gets adhered on like that. So that's my card. Hopefully you can see that. You could use any stamp. It does have to be a fairly large stamp so that it will kind of cover over the 3.5 inch square. You could make a bit of a smaller square, and then your frame would be smaller. It is a bit hard to see the frame on the screen, I can tell, but hopefully you'll be able to see that, and that you'll recreate this card. You can recreate it using any stamp set, any colors, but I'm just so in love with the Forever Fern stamp set and the combination of the Pretty Peacock and the Just Jade. So pretty. So thank you very much for joining me. I will post the measurements and the instructions for the card underneath if you're watching this on YouTube, because I will be posting this on YouTube. I'll be posting the measurements underneath the YouTube video, but as well on the Facebook Live I will post the measurements and the instructions. So thanks very much for joining me, and